You see the thumbnail, you see what's going on. In this video, I'm talking about hobbies and why it is important for you to have one in order to make it through this life. Now, what is a hobby? A hobby is a extracurricular activity that we do effortlessly that we find enjoyment in. It's something like, if you play basketball, or you play flag football, or even football with pads, or you journal, or you paint, you draw, video games, playing ping pong, working out. Those are hobbies. Those are things we do as a distraction from the mundaneness of life. Life can be very boring. It can be very mundane. It can be very repetitive. So it's important for us to have a hobby outside of that, outside of our work life, something outside of our relationship life, our marriage, or our girlfriend, or your spouse, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's important to have something for yourself to bring you a sense of fulfillment. A hobby is also something that you do when nobody's watching. It's something that you find deep, a sense of well-being and pleasure in, that doesn't require money. You're not looking for admiration. You're not looking for a payoff. It's just something that you were given. It's a talent. We all have talents on this earth. And while we're here, we're given these talents to perfect them to the best of our capabilities. So this is why I encourage you to have a hobby. If you're a person who doesn't have one, find one. Find something inside of yourself that you like doing. Figure it out. Get some quiet time. Retreat to a place of solitude so you can figure out what is there that you like to do that gives you a sense of enjoyment, peace. Find that, because that's what's going to make life so much more better for you. It's going to give you that juice to get up in the morning. You're going to be looking forward to that hobby. When life is so boring, you retreat to that hobby to get away from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's always been working out. So whenever life would throw all its demands on me, I go to the gym and just crush out the weights. Kill it. And after I was done working, I'd be like, wow, man, I could take on the world after that. Felt great. All of the pressure and anxiety would leave me, and I would feel a sense of peace. This is what a hobby does for you. After you work all them hours, after you deal with your wife or your girlfriend, they getting on your nerves, or your children and all that, just the demands of dealing with that all the time. You go retreat to your hobby. Hey, you feel so much better when you do it. You get a chance to take your mind off all that shit. There's people out here that don't have hobbies. They don't. Their whole life is like dedicated to their work. Their life is dedicated to their spouse. And that's it. They neglect themselves. They neglect their inner peace. They refuse to go and find something that makes them happy. They don't want to do it. They're so worried about other people's lives and taking care of other people and doing all this other shit, but they forget about themselves, and this is why they suffer in life. This is why life beats up on people who don't have hobbies. They get overly invested in their relationship, overly invested in their work, and before you know it, they're so drained that they want out of this thing. And I'm going to tell you something like this. People who want death and people who are bored with life, those are people who fail to have other things going on besides what's going on. They don't have anything else going on besides their work, their family, or whatever other bullshit, boring shit they got going on. But this is why they suffer. This is why some people, they want out. Because it's all in the mind, man. If the mind ain't in a healthy place, then your external life ain't going to be in a healthy place. It starts in the mind, I'm telling you. I don't know how many times I can say that, can stress that in these videos. Your mind is what you make it. That's your mind, but your reality is what you make it. It starts in your brain. And if your brain is cluttered with so much BS and stuff and mental disorders and mental issues and all that, and your mental health is all screwed up, then your outer reality is going to be screwed up. You're going to have a bad outlook on life. This is why it's important to work on your mental health. And I'm not talking about just going to a therapist, because the therapy card is overly played. At the end of the day, you have to deal with yourself and dig deep within yourself and your mind and shut down all that negativity. You got to shut down the noise, because you're going to always have inner conflict. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be two sides to the coin. You're going to have a good side and you're going to have a bad side, and they're always going to be in conflict with each other. And sometimes when you let that dark side win all the time, then your outer life, your external life becomes dark, and you see things from a dark place. I even see this within myself. This is something I work on within myself now. I try not to allow negative stuff cloud my judgment anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to look at negative stuff on YouTube, things that affect me, things that there's certain things like the relationship dynamic, the man against woman stuff. You know, I found myself looking at a lot of that stuff a lot, and it's so negative, to the point when I go outside and I see a female, I externalize that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I internalize it from watching the video, but I externalize that stuff when I see women. I start thinking that all women are like that, and that ruins things for me. And I don't want to have that outlook on women, because all women aren't bad. Just like all men aren't bad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their flaws, but when you watch these videos, man, they go to the most extreme, and it's easy to get sucked in that stuff. Just like with the whole working out thing, they keep pushing this steroid agenda. They want everybody to take steroids, but everybody ain't taking steroids in the real world. That's just on social media. That's YouTube. That's the most extreme thing, and they do this for views and likes. They give you the most extreme viewpoint of everything. And that's not what's going on in the world. I can go into 10 gyms right now, and it's probably only a handful of people that are taking performance enhancement drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that. But what happens is, when we watch this stuff, it changes our perception of reality. And when so many people's perception of reality is changed like that, then everybody is on the same wavelength. They all living in the same hive mind, and we don't need that. So I try to stay clear from videos like that, and I try to stay clear from negative thinking. But anyway, it's important to have a hobby, man. It will save you a lot of trouble in your life, and it will also give you a sense of fulfillment. It'll give you a sense of fulfillment. You'll be a lot happier with yourself. And you'll get time away from all the shit that's driving you crazy. You need time away from that. It's important to have that. Having a hobby is very therapeutic. It is. It's very therapeutic because it gives a mind a break from the social pressures and just the pressure of life in general. So get your hobby. Get one. Journal. Write poetry, rap. I ain't telling you to go out there and be a rapper. You can just rap to yourself. It ain't got to be something that has to be mainstream. See, we're very conditioned in America to think that whatever we do, whatever talent we have, has to be materialized into something big. And I'm here to tell y'all something right now from the Most High, from the highest of highest. Our gifts aren't made to give to the world. Everything that we're given, it's not always meant to be given to the masses. Sometimes it's just meant for us. And it's meant for us to tap in for our life. You know what I'm saying? It's our saving grace. So just because we have a talent, it doesn't mean that, I got to make a YouTube channel. Or I got to figure out how to materialize this into money. That's not what it's for. This is why a lot of people get to a place of disappointment, because they have a false perception of what these talents are. This talent isn't for the masses. It's for you. It's a gift that was given to you that's for you to get through your life with. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So don't get into your hobby and think, oh man, I know how to draw, so I need to start selling my art. And you know what? It may not work out for you because you're already going in the wrong direction. This isn't to make money off of. It's not for that. It's not always about that. So find something that you like. Draw, play basketball. Like I said, do poetry, rap, go work out. Really figure it out. Now, the downside of having some of these hobbies is this. Some people get overly caught up in their hobby to the point where they neglect their life. They forget that they have a life that they have to live. They still got to make money. You still got to keep a roof over your head. I mean, if you want to be homeless and be out on the street and you built for that, be my guest. But a lot of people ain't built for that life. That's a hard life to live. Living outside on the street is a harsh reality. And a lot of people ain't built for it. So have some balance. You know what I mean? Still go to work, still make your money and do all those things. But when all that's said and done, go retreat to your hobby. Go have fun, relax, take the edge off. You know, you go to the bar and play pool, shoot darts. Whatever it is, play the guitar. You know, play an instrument, something that gives you peace. Where it's not about money. It's not about an audience. Nobody has to be there to praise you and pat you on the back. This is you. You are the audience and you're the player. So you both. When you can do things by yourself, that's when it's really from the heart. When you don't need praise, you don't need people to pat you on your back and encourage you to do it, that's when it's from the heart. When you can just get up and do this without somebody pushing you. Hey, go do this. You got this and all this other shit. When you don't, when it ain't about that, and you just get up and you just do it because you enjoy it and you love it so much, that's you. So find something that gives you that kind of energy. Because when you dive into that, that's what's going to make you vibrate even more. That energy is going to be internal, then it's going to be external. It's going to give you more fulfillment, more happiness and joy. So find something. I encourage everyone that's listening to this video, find a hobby. If you have one, keep doing it. And don't make it about money. Just do it for yourself.